Welcome to Applied Griffins. I'm Tyrell, and this is Space Engineers. Now, if you're looking at the screen wondering what on earth, yeah, you're not alone. This is something crazy I've been kind of thinking of. So in one of my previous videos, I had which was the Cal Mark II at that point. I have since made quite a bunch of changes to it, and actually I will be covering that in a different video at some point. Yeah, I've added, well, I don't want to give away everything, but yes, I've added a ton of things, and the ship has actually grown in size a little bit. The rear engine nacelle, or engine compartment, or whatever you're going to call it, has gotten quite a bit of an upgrade. This thing actually moves really well now. Before it was way underpowered for the amount of weight that this thing has. And I've added some escape pods, and I cleaned up the top hangar a little bit with different hangar doors. So yeah, I've been rather busy. Something else though, at one point I had a hangar, or I don't know, maybe it's called a shipyard or something, that I built into an asteroid, and I might still do that someday. But when I was looking at this thing, I was like, yeah, you know what? What could I do if I basically took this green box and built a space station that could potentially service a ship of this enormous size. Now, I have excuse me. I have no idea what that's going to do to the sim speed or anything. It might just. This is one of those crazy ideas that might just cause, space engineers just to, I don't know, to conk out. But hey, I've seen other people doing amazing things with really big ships. So I guess we'll find out. So first things first. Oh, jeez. I guess I removed the. Did I remove the window? No, I didn't. Oh, that was welcome to Space Engineers. Okay. So let me move the big ship quickly. Well, I guess it's not really that big compared to some other people's things. I've seen, there's some people that have made some absolutely amazing creations, and rather significant sized. I actually, I almost like to build another one of these things, just because, well, there's a bunch of things that you cannot do. Well, one of them is. There we go. You can't. Come on, Alt. Move. Oh, jeez. There we go. Oh, that wasn't a move. There. That's more like it. Let's just get this thing carefully out of the way without destroying anything. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. One of the issues with Space Engineer, which I'm assuming is going to be there always, is that you cannot have a different color, let's say on the outside skin of the ship versus the inside. So if you have a room inside that you would like to, make a certain color, yeah, fat chance. So building a ship like this, maybe with every major room that you want a different color to being its own block, if you will, and then the outer shell of the ship actually being another layer, which from a perspective of armor, maybe putting heavy armor on the outside and have the inside being regular armor, it's not a bad idea. The ship's going to grow in size, it's going to be heavier, but I think that could be interesting. But so back to this. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. I think what I'm going to do first, so the front and back here is obviously going to be, I have to decide if I'm going to make it that you can fly through. I'm thinking I will use, just like I did on other ones, the S hangar doors and S force fields to get, anything large enough to actually close the doors. And given that it's such a humongous space, I'm thinking, yeah, with the force fields would be great. Keep those on so you don't actually have to cycle the air in here, because can you just imagine in survival mode how much air you can actually have in here. And then that would be just the regular make it work. But then the last piece is going to be trying to figure out how to make this actually look nice. Because right now it's just a box, right? I mean, this is just like a box in the sky. There's really nothing to it. So I think that is the order of priority. First thing I probably need to do here is actually, I'm thinking I'm just going to quickly put a small reactor or something just somewhere on here. Doesn't really matter. Just that, and then access this guy and convert it to a station. Hopefully now it won't want to just randomly move around. Right. Unfortunately, I do not yet have a second account set up for the for like a beautiful, you know, action shot of me, you know, gradually filling in all these walls. But I will in lieu of that, I'll do that, and I'll just be back when I'm done doing all that, because I don't really think you need to see all that. So I'll be right back. Okay, actually, I'm back. A little bit not done yet. I realized a slight little mistake. Well, not a mistake, but I wanted to set up symmetry mode, because yeah, you don't want to do all this with you know, without that. And because I have no idea how long this thing is. Let's see. Oh, stop. It's 49. Okay, so come on. Right, so that gives me one. That makes it uneven. That's good. Gives it one in the middle. All right, Tyro, do the math. So 49. So 24 would be. Well, so hopefully that means that one right there. Make that a different color. Ah, no, I moved it. Oh no, I hope I got the right one. I think that will be the middle. Let's find out. So press M once for those who are new to Space Engineers, and you click when you have it where you want it. Then you cycle through the other planes. And I think do I want to mirror it the other way? No, let's just mirror it one way for now. And then you press N, which enables it. So now, if I go all the way to the end here, way in the end, and you can look over there, I can't really tell. It's a problem with such a big structure. Well, let me put one in and go and check to see if it's in the correct location here. And voila, it is. Lovely. Okay, so now that means that I am... Okay, I'm not correctly mirrored. Which at least means that everything I do on that side will come to this side. I wonder if I should... Yeah. I'm contemplating if I want to do everything symmetry on the other side, because one of the things I did in other base, I stuck Igor's on both sides, and I think having that in symmetry would actually be a good thing. The problem I have now, this was the short piece. I'd have to do the same for this long piece, and then get that plane to be symmetry mode as well, which, okay, I think I'll do that. Fine, you've convinced me. I'll do it. Okay. What if you watch the rules? I'm going to try and find the middle. Let's see. Alright, 85, which means we go to 42. Answer to life, the universe, and everything. 42. Dung. And then, there's a way to... If I press escape, wouldn't you think it should cancel the action I'm currently working on, right? No, why would we do that? Nice, now I'm going to do something I've never done before. I hope it'll work. Back to that. Press. I want that. I don't care about... So you can also do it from the between two blocks, which I don't need. Now, That one I do not want to mirror. This one I do want to mirror, and I would like to mirror that right over here. Come on, and click, and then, okay. So, theoretically, if I now go and place a block over, way over, man, this is quite the structure. If I place the block right here, I would expect to see it over there. I need the speed mod. I definitely need the speed mod just to get around. This is such a large structure. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so now you understand what's going on, right? So I can now go, and if I run down here and pick this color, it's Shift P. And as I do this, you will notice on the you should have noticed. Wait, what? Okay, let me just try this. Let's see if I go like this, and then go run it across. This is such a cumbersome process. Why is my thing not? Oh, jeez. There you go. Oh, I think I wonder if my sim speed is dropping. Oh, wow. Okay. So it did this wall, and it did that wall. Beautiful. See? That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do it. As if I know. Okay, let me rephrase that. That's how I do it. Ah. Can't argue with that because it's just my objective opinion on how to do something. Doesn't mean it's the best. Doesn't mean it's the way. It's just Tyrol's way. There we go. And clickety click. There we go. This is gonna get rather interesting, I think. Oh, well, yeah, why not? Let's just put a block out in the middle of nowhere, right? We need this thing to be even bigger than it already is. So what do you think the odds are that this thing's just gonna end up being this big mess that it sucks up all your frames? I'm thinking it might. But we'll find out. The thing I'm also not sure about, I should talk to somebody who's done these like super big structures, but I want to know, you know, if they were able to even, you know, manage it as far as, you know, sim speed goes. Okay, well, I didn't mirror down, which was kind of intentional, right? Because I'm kind of planning to have a top and a bottom. And yes, I'm sorry, I was actually gonna have you guys skip all of this rubbish, but I'm having too much fun right now. Yeah, is that funny? Having fun just placing a bunch of blocks. Haha. Space Engineers. It's a fun game. I don't know, I really enjoy this game. I don't really know if there's anything quite like it. I mean, you have Minecraft, which, yeah, I haven't played it, but, you know, people talk about it, and you can build all kinds of things, and you can build, well, I guess one thing Minecraft does have is you can build huge things with that, and apparently it doesn't become the, you know, impossible, you know, thing to work with. It actually still maintains a reasonable simulation speed. Oh, somehow that missed. That's interesting. But anyway, Space Engineers I still like. It's really good. Alright, look at that. We now have a big, humongous box. Isn't that amazing? A big enough box for that guy to pull in. And we have to come up with a downstairs and an upstairs. And then, so here, let me see, do I have them anywhere? Probably don't. I have some here, but not the right ones. I think it's time to clear out some of these bars. Let me find, well, first of all, let me just clear out everything down here so I have some room. And yes, this is going to be a production facility. I'm gonna put Tim in here. I'm gonna stick, I mean, basically everything I need in here. But here you go. Oh, darn! I just realized something. Really? Force field doors only go up to 10. How did I miss that? See, the hangar doors go all the way up to 32, so you can build just absolutely enormous things. Force field door 10. Okay, let me have a look. if I'm looking at, is this less than 20? That is the all-important question. If I start, well, I probably want to start here, right? 10 would get me there. Oh dear. 22. Oh, that's 23. That's cruel. 24 if you go there. That's cruel. I'm too short. Too short. I'm probably too short. No. That's going to be, well, gee. Okay, well, I mean, I suppose that's realistic. You're going to have one heck of a job if you're trying to depressurize this thing. But, yikes. Alright. Well, now, let me see. What was that? Was it 24, I said, right? Oh, it's not. See, okay. So, well, here you're going to see a case. So, this is 24 over the top. I actually would like that to be an uneven number. Well, actually, I don't know. For my hangar doors, an even number is probably, that doesn't actually matter, but what do you guys, do you normally build your things uneven or even, so you can have that extra block in the middle? I think normally I go uneven so I can have something down the center line if I need it. Well, I think I'm just going to live with 24. I don't feel like doing this all over. What I do want to do is place, let me see, if I place, so 24 I need hanger, that's going to be, hanger door, that's going to be 12. So if I look at the S hanger doors right here, I should find one that is, see, look, that's not even like one of the big ones. It's literally kind of small. I mean, I could do that, or I could go really nuts, and I could go to the 32s and open it up width-wise. Wow. I think let's go for the 12. It's probably a bit more sensible, don't you think? So if I go with the 12, I don't think you can just place them like this, can you? Come on, where are you? Just randomly keep going until it... Okay, hang on. Let me put in... You know what? For now, I'm just going to put in a row of blocks. I really don't care. That should catch all of that over there. And then I'm going to put in another row. I'll clean this up later with angles and the usual. Did it? Did that? There you go. Yep, good. And then put it. Go to our hanger guy like this. Oh, there we go. Now it works. So let me see if I do this. Oh, just come on. So this is where I actually wanted to mirror it the other way. So you get the downstairs, you know, the ones at the bottom as well. So I'm gonna have to do all of that now myself. That's alright. It's not the end of the world. That's why we do this game, because we like building things. And we're probably too lazy to go to a woodworking shop or metal shop and manually building something. I'm not saying you're lazy. I'm just referring to myself. I don't get to my woodworking shop as much as I should. So let's see if this actually is correct. If I flip this around... Oh, no. Did I get it wrong? Okay. See, now this is the piece where I find it hard. So I can go up here, right? And I can kind of look at this guy. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to open them. Right. Let's do this. Don't turn your jetpack off. If I go control panel, stick a little control panel here, just so I can get to these hanger doors. I'm just gonna close all of them. So this is one thing which is another, I would personally think kind of something that could be done better, is that there's, you know, once these things are in place, there's no way to really figure out, you know, which ones are which. So now I've got a bunch over there, I've got a bunch over here. It's like, oh, which ones are which? Alright, so did I get my calculations wrong? I guess the question that I need to ask is, because if I go from here, oh, jeez, okay, all the way down to here. Come on. That says 24, which to me would say I need two 12s. So what am I missing here? So I stick a 12 in here. The fact that it's red means that it's too large. So 12, I believe it is. I believe this thing actually gives you an opening of 12. Alright, this is making all sense, man. I'm gonna do that guy. Oh, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna do some cleanup later, so let me just flop another one over here. Because it's like, I know, antenna. I could put an antenna on. I'm just gonna make sure they are all. Let's see. What? Oh, why don't you guys tell me I'm being an idiot? Yeah, I know. I can't hear what you're yelling at the screen, right? Closed. This new UI is a little bit confusing, but okay. So this guy is going up to where? Oh, wow. 20. Oh, oh. Yes, I'm an idiot. Right, the gap is 24. You take out the space for that, it gives you 22. 22 divided by 2 is, I don't know, maybe 11? Numskullion. Oh, right, these guys are too tall, so now we remove them. See, it's a good thing I didn't name them. That would have been a lot of extra work for no good. Pop. Goes the weasel. Oh, sorry, that's like... actually, I don't know if that's an Americans would know what that is. There. Let's see. So we have this row. X. Oh, there we go. And we have this row here. Beautiful. That looks better. So now I can go and quickly fill up this little corner PC thing here. 24 minus 2 divided by 2 equals 12. Yay. We can do math. Alright. Wow, there's a lot of them. And when you start talking in this scale, I have a lot of respect for people that end up doing this much, because it's like they really, it's just a ton of things, man. Look at that. I have a closed box, and my assumption is if I were to stick an oxygen generator and some air vents, I would get some oxygen, which would be nice. Wow, these, I guess you've got some pretty darn good lights on your jetpack. All right, well, now should probably open these up so I can work on them. I just love it. Don't you like the look? I mean, it looks kind of cool, doesn't it? And of course, I'm going to figure out some kind of a, wow, imagine the amount of oxygen tanks you need to get all these oxygen tanks to work. I mean, to fill up, to suck out all the air. There's going to be a couple of vents in this thing. Open. Wow, there we go. Oh, that does look kind of cool. So when eventually I'm going to have to name these things, because I want to open these two doors individually. Obviously, you don't want to necessarily always open them at the same time. I would hope. Yeah, I mean, this is looking good. So let's, you know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna just pick a bottom side. Let me look if I look at what the ship's orientation is right now. Alright, so that's That's the top of the ship. Oh no, it's the bottom. Yeah, whatever. Alright. So that, I'm just, argument's sake, make this my bottom. Let's begin by making the bottom, I don't know, I like a nice color. I don't want it to be the same color as my ship. Maybe a nice blue. Well, we got this blue, which is kind of see if I can get it half messed up the main color. Whatever. How about a vibrant blue like that, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what that looks like. So, again, I don't know how many of you are new / old or long time players. If you press the middle mouse button, you get 1. If you press Control and the middle mouse button, you will get a 3x3 space around it. And if you press Shift, you get a, well, 5x5 space around the spot that you just pressed. If you press Shift Control and middle click, the entire thing will go blue, which is not what I'm looking for right now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to hop over to here and make sure I'm, far enough, keep my Shift key in, and then I'm just going to paint this thing. I'm going to paint like this blue line. Oh, geez, come on. There you go. Try at least to paint this blue line all the way and try and keep straight, not deviate. Oh yeah, of course I've got mirroring on, which I did alright, except for that one little end piece where I did deviate, but that's alright. So for now, I just want to mark this as bottom. Then another thing I'd like to do is, where did I mark the center point? I think I did it on this side. Oh, wow, it's gone. Did I control click at one point? No, there it is. Okay. I would very much like to mark like that. See? Mark the center line all the way down the middle. Ah! See, it's so easy. I didn't mean to make a cross, but hey, that actually looks kind of interesting. I just want to mark the center all the way down. When you're looking at something of this scale, oh jeez, it's just becoming, there, oh, I passed the middle, good. So now I have a center line thingy over there, which I know where the middle is, and I would actually like to do this. This ship is so large, this station, it's kind of difficult to, oh, of course I do have the center thing, but to figure out which one is where the center is, but here we go. Come on. There. Perfect. Now I've got 2 center lines. So now what I was thinking was, what I did with the other ship is I ended up making this design with actually my conveyors all the way along the wall, along the side wall, so that I could connect up anywhere as I needed. And then I was able to figure out, roughly the middle, well, intervals of 10 or something, because if you're trying to get this thing to be, symmetrical to some degree at least, that is obviously quite useful. And my cat's going nuts behind me. Sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear him. A little bit more. The painting tools in this game are cool, but I wish they had I wish they just had a little bit more. And you can't, like I said earlier, you can't paint on both surfaces. There's that limitation. Yeah, there's something I wish I could say. Well, paint all of these similar type blocks. That would be useful. There we go. So now I've got that. And what I would like to do is place some spotlights, and to do that in a way that kind of makes sense. It would be nice to have some symmetry. See, this is what I'm saying. It's kind of cool if you subdivide this whole space into these lines, so you have an idea of where you are and how far away you are and all that. Like, right now, I mean, I can go here, maybe go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in, and then maybe keep going, you know, gaps of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's gonna be too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's close enough. How does that look? So now I've got the center of this basically football field nicely lit, and I guess I could probably could do the same thing going that way. But we have hit probably a good length for the first video. If you have comments and suggestions on how, so right now this thing is just a box. I mean, right? There's absolutely no interest to this thing at this point. I can tell you what I want to do functionally, because like I kind of have an engineering mind, not necessarily a design mind. But on the top section here, I'm thinking is where I'm gonna have probably like maybe like I don't know, somewhere over here, and then mirrored all 4 quadrants. I'd have an Igor, which you know kind of takes care of their Igor. I will post a link to Epictech's channel, Epictetus. He calls the Nanite Control Factory Igor. I keep saying Igor, and I keep forgetting people wouldn't be able to find that. I think I'll post a link to that mod as well. I have to actually find the correct link because there's some differences there. But point is, I would like to put 4 of those guys, 1 in each of these quadrants. Then I'm thinking probably in the center area, having a bunch of large cargo containers. I'm building this in creative, but obviously the goal would be to be able to ultimately use this in a survival mode. So the containers obviously are going to have limited space. I'd like to stick reactors somewhere. Obviously going to probably have a bunch of oxygen generators, bunch of oxygen tanks. What else? I mean, basically think of a fully functional base is what we're going to have to end up doing. So in this bottom, well, actually this is the top of the thing, I guess. For this top space, I was thinking of doing all of that. So you get, I mean, you've got more space here than you can, you know, wave a stick at. So we got to figure out what to do. I have to figure out, and that's where your comments will come in, to how to make it look nice. And then I don't know, maybe something interesting. I mean, what kind of design could I possibly come up with a big box like this to actually make it look, I don't know, like a station? Right now it just looks like someone dropped a box in the middle of space. So, anyways, if you like the video, obviously mash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Obviously, I appreciate your subscriptions. I have a Twitter account if you want to go there. I do post stuff occasionally there. I'm still new at this, so I'll be making more videos and trying to keep up with the content. Other than that, comments. If you have suggestions and want to see things differently, let me know. Other than that, have a great day or evening or whatever your time zone is, and I will catch you next time.